Before we start, I would like to ask your help to do two things. First, tell a friend or two who you think might like the show. And second, please rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. The more reviews the show gets, the more likely it will even appear in search results. Thank you, and now on to the show.
They make the trek out to Burning Man for a week and a day. After a lot of work, oh, there's a lot of play. Party, 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 drama, 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 bitch, bitch, bitch. Year after year, they come back to scratch that itch. They all say their lives have been changed. After many years, lives have been rearranged. That change is what this show is all about. You'll see the impact of Burning Man up and out. So sit back, relax, and cancel all your plans. These are the stories about the shadow of the man.
Hello, and welcome to the Shadow of the Man Show. I'm your host, Andy. Finally, a ranger. No, it's just that Andy. Today, our guest is Allison Brown, aka Ranger Beauty. Welcome.
Thank you, Andy. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, so the background story with us, I met you. I just started to do my little Shadow Shorts program on the Playa this year, where if people, by the time this comes out in April, I think I'll have a number of Shadow Shorts out. But yeah, it's basically 5-minute recordings I had with people where I asked people to challenge them. It's like in 5 minutes, explain Burning Man's impact on your life. And you had a wonderful interview, but then when they came home, it was all this like wind noise, and I was like, oh, it was such a wonderful story, but it was just like unusable. So I managed to track you down and said, like, okay, let's have a longer, regular show. So,
well, I'm glad you tracked me down. Thank you so much. Yeah, we just stumbled upon you between the man and the temple. I was out with my campmates, Ranger Tough Love, Julie Johnson, and also Ranger, Oakleaf, Maddie Jones. And we were just girl palling around. Mm-hmm. And then we found you and you said, hey, do you want to do an interview? I looked at them, they looked at me, and we said, why not? And I'm sorry it didn't turn out, but I'm glad you tracked me down.
Yeah.
And now here we are.
Well, it's funny because we were kind of learned my brother and I, we had to kind of profile people because there was a number of people walking between the man and the temple, and we kind of were like, would that be a good one for an interview? Or like, oh, I don't know. And so at first we're just asking anybody who would like walk by, but then after a while we kind of came across a couple of rules. We're just like, because basically if you're asking a question, how's Burning Man impacted your life? You can't have just walked through the gate. Right? I mean, some time will have had to have passed, right? Like more than just a day or two.
Virgins, not so good.
Yeah. So we're like, well, how do you not get the virgins? And we're like, So we stumbled upon a couple of rules. One of them was if they look too clean.
Good rule.
Where it's like whether you're like in a costume or an outfit or regular clothes, it's just like if they look too clean, we're just like, yeah, no, or if they wore like what would one would call like the uniform, it's like any different like of the 5 or 6 like archetypes of like outfits, it's like yeah, if someone but it was like unique, or we obviously are like volunteering and like working with the org, and it's just like Rangers, or yellow shirt like ESD or something, or even like DPW, you could kind of tell like people driving by and various vehicles, we're like, yeah, get them,
Well,
but you're actually
I'm glad you chose us. We were kind of Ranger incognito because we were just palling around. We were not in costume or anything.
Oh, you guys weren't on shift?
No, we were doing the girl thing and just exploring the playa, and that's how we found you. It was Playa Dippity.
So you were, as people say, you went to Burning Man.
Oh yes, we went to Burning Man. We got full throttle.
Well, you were actually my first ranger And saying it's episode 56, and I'm kind of I feel ashamed that it was like my very first Ranger.
Well, thank you. 56 is very special for me because I just turned 69. I was born December 31st, 1956. So thank you for
Ah,
gifting me that. That's
wow.
very special. And
All right.
yeah, I'm looking forward to, 69 is divine and celebrating my 69th birthday on Playa
Mhm.
and looking forward to 70.
All right. Well, how did it all start? When was the first year you went to Burning Man? How did you find out about Burning Man?
My first year was 2000, and that was the year of the body. And I was living in San Diego and had been married since 98. And my husband is Ranger Rat Bastard. And so he didn't attend. He let me go. And I found somebody. We drove up and we became part of a camp called the Les Monkeys of Zara. We were camped at 2 o'clock in Esplanade. And that year, oh God, built the camp, had Wednesday night opening, wonderful, soft opening, but was very nice. And then the storm came, and it was a wicked wind. And as you know, wicked winds can do wicked things. Destroyed many camps and also destroyed Zara. And I'm going like, okay, I'm a virgin. What am I gonna do? Everybody's boohoo. And it's like, I'm not boohooing. You gotta get over this. You gotta enjoy the playa. So I went out and it's like, okay, what can I do? Went to center camp. I became a cashier at the coffee bar, which is no longer in existence.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that. I volunteered at the post office, and that was wonderful. And then I found the Rangers, and it was like, oh, this is great. And they're going like, it's kind of late in the game for you to get in this, but if you come back, it's like, boom. I skipped 2001, and then in 2002, I became a Ranger, and I've been Rangering ever since. So I'm going on like 23, 24 years, depending if you count Renegade
Mm.
was there. Excellent, and yeah, so that's how I did that. And Rat Bastard started in 2003. And yeah, so there we go. The rest is history. Our camp started with Los Monkeys Czar, then went to Johnny and the Playa Cruisers, which was out of Seattle, because I was with Ranger Silverhair. He was my first partner, and God love him, he's no longer here.
What was
But
that the second camp called again? Johnny and what?
Johnny and the Playa Cruisers.
Oh, what was that all
And we
about?
were a bicycle repair camp, and we were at 9 o'clock in Esplanade. And that
Huh.
was wonderful. The only thing that kind of sucked, camped in a tent, and it was like, I'm okay, I survived. And then Rat Bastard came 2003. And then he camped in a tent. He's going, if I'm coming back, it's not going to be in a tent. And I'm going like, woohoo! We got a trailer.
There you go.
And we had that. Now it's evolved into another toy hauler trailer, which we call the Little House on the Playa.
Mm.
It's wonderful. Oh God. And after Johnny and the Playa Cruisers kind of dissolved, uh, it was very interesting. I was doing Temple Burn, and at Temple Burn, you know how they have things that you can put in the temple and everything, and
Yeah.
boxes currently. Well, before that, I was on the perimeter, and I'm going around. Any last minute donations for the temple? Last minute for the temple? Anybody got anything? And people were passing stuff off, and that was good. And then I'm going like, okay, this is great. And then after that, somebody tracked me down, kind of like you,
Uh,
and it was rock star from Radio Electra,
oh
who's the
yeah.
mayor. And he said, don't think I'm a weirdo that I tracked you down. I heard your voice coming from the inside of the circle at the temple burn. I'm going like, what roll?
I heard what
And
you did.
yeah, yeah. And we continued exchanging information, and he's been with Radio Electra
Hmm.
2000. And we
Yeah.
ended up being becoming great friends and part of Radio Electra, which
Oh,
just celebrated its 25th year on the playa last year.
so what year did you camp with Johnny and the Playa Cruisers? Was that
Probably 2002 through 2004, couple of years. And
okay?
then the rest of it was with Radio Electra, has been with Radio Electra.
You've
And
been ever since?
yes, yes.
Oh,
Mhm. Radio
oh
Electra
wow.
89.9 on your Playa dial. And however, we're taking the year off this year, so we will not be on Playa. And I have contacted someone else who is really wonderful. I've had two hip replacements. I had one in 23 and one in 24.
Oh,
So, I'm getting around pretty good, knock on wood. However, a good friend of mine, Ranger Rat Lady, she is in charge of the mobility camp. And I just spoke with her last night and I
oh
said,
yeah.
is there any room, and she goes, well, you fit right in. And I'm going like, yeah, I fit right in, and she says, I'm going, I get around pretty good. However, you want to see my x-rays? And she says, no, beauty, I know you've had a double hip. And it, chances are we will be with mobility camping this year
Yeah.
at the inner circle at center camp. Please come by.
Yeah.
Please.
So actually last year, I think it was episode 24, it had a Katie Taya, she helps run mobility camp. Like that was a yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
She's really cool.
Well, I'm
And
looking forward to meeting her.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And actually I this past year I camped like just like a couple of doors down from her. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
we're going to have a good time.
Yeah. Although this year, as everybody probably knows, it's like, yeah, I can't make it to the playa this year because my son
Oh,
he's going to be going off to college, and so
uh-huh.
I gotta drop him off at school, and so I
Family
very
first, Andy.
yeah,
Family
well,
first.
very gingerly, like I asked my wife, I was like, so after we drop him off, like we're on our way flying back because I live in Hawaii and he wants to go to school like in the East Coast somewhere. So we're like, it's like you go back to Hawaii and I'll just go off to Burning Man.
It's
It'll
on the
be
way home.
awesome. And she was like, it's like you're gonna leave me in an empty nest. It's like not if you want to have a
That's
home to
one
come back
answer.
to. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
congratulations for that with your son. And
yeah,
yeah,
time flies.
you can't burn them all.
No, no. I
You
actually
can't.
took off 13 years. Like I went in 2011 and then the last time after that was 24. Yeah.
Wow.
So I missed the whole like sold out era. Like
Uh-huh.
so 2011 was the first year it sold out and 2024 was the first year it didn't sell. And I was like, "Oh, what's the big deal?" I don't get it.
So you're riding the highs and riding the lows. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have anything to burn, mail it to me and I will put it in the temple for you.
Ah, yeah, but okay,
So
no, so now there's rules about that, right? It's like you can't no
yeah,
human
it's
remains or anything.
correct. Don't send me any of those.
Mm.
But if you have a letter or anything, like some people, I've done this in the past, which is really nice because people send me letters or pictures
Hmm.
and I put them in there or I write their names in the temple and I take a picture of it and I send it to that person so they have a token that they can look at and they know their person or whatever they had has been placed in the temple and I fulfilled my not obligation, my purpose to help them. And that's my way
Hmm.
of kind of, I don't know if you want to call it gifting, but doing something for somebody else.
Yeah.
An act of
Yeah.
kindness, let's call it that. A
But
random act
there must
because
be like certain limits to that too, right? Where it's just like it must fit in a box that is like 4 inches by 3 inch or whatever.
yeah, they've downsized it because oh my God,
I can only imagine.
1 year before they limited that, you wouldn't believe the things that I got. I actually got two, I'm serious, two coconuts.
Huh?
Freaking coconut. I can't make this crap up. I can't make this up. Two coconuts,
Okay.
and they were labeled, and they made it. I put them in the temple. I, yeah, and then I got
Okay.
a hat from a ranger Garzan who is in Thailand, And he's been in Thailand, married to a lovely Thai woman, and I think burn over for him. He said, put my hat in there. So I had the coconuts and I put the hat between them. I took a picture and sent it to him. And he's going like, that's great.
Like, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So different things. But the coconuts, I think, were the most epic thing. I've had people put stuff in like a plastic bottle, like a message in a bottle. I don't know how they put it in there. And I've had everything from bracelets to candy to different things with my name on there and the camp address. And they have made it to the playa.
But I
So,
also imagine it's like you probably wouldn't want like glass or
no,
plastic,
no,
like
no, no,
anything
no.
that would make it kind of difficult to clean up afterwards, right? Like
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no
No, no,
human
no, no.
remains, right? Like,
If it's something weird, I will use my discretion about putting it in the temple, or how can I adapt it to put it in the temple so it won't be moot.
yeah,
Because, like you said, you don't put certain things in there. You know what I mean? They got a big enough mess to clean up.
yeah. But what if
But
somebody was like, I'm making this like a pine box. It'll be about 6 feet long. It'll be made of wood, but it'll just have mementos inside. So,
right, right. And,
so you're carrying it through the crowd of people. It's like, look, they're carrying up the coffin in there. Like, dude, that's
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. Well, at Radio Electra, we have people who are temple guardians and have been with temple guardians forever. Jesse and April, they've been married, and I actually renewed their vows. Oh my God, on the playa, because
Oh,
I've been a ordained minister since 2002, and I do playa
oh.
weddings. I can marry you and I can bury you. So, but I can't bury you on the playa, but I'll write your name in the temple. So yeah, so they fill us in on what's good and what's not, because it's nice to know somebody who's a temple guardian and have them in your camp. And like I said, with Radio Electra not being there this year, everybody's either going to take a year off or they'll camp with whoever. So it's going to be interesting, but
Yeah.
learning to adapt.
So I thought I heard Rockstar put something out. Was it last year or whenever? Something about Radio Electra. Like, I don't know. Was he like, is he kind of tiring of it, or I don't know if he had like had something going on in his life or something. But like,
I don't. I'm not speaking for him, but I don't know if I'd call it retiring.
uh-huh.
Uh, as for this year, Radio Electra is taking a year off.
I think it's a healthy thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think what they want to do with some of the camps, I'm not saying who or what, is if you're a camp and you've been there going forever, why don't you take a year off? Why
Yeah.
don't you take a couple of years off, reassess, come back if you want, or burn over, which is nice because they can let other people in camps and put them where they need to. We've been on Esplanade a few times. We've been on Rod's Ring, which is no longer there. And, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And then this past year, the Playa Gods decided to put us at 2:15 in Echo.
Oh,
We were in the
wow.
burbs, and we were in the burbs, and we adapted, and it was nice, except for the commute into.
I was gonna say, was this before or after the hip replacement?
This was after.
Okay, good.
So so it's like I have my truck, which is we call it Bart. It's a big ass red truck. I had
Ah,
Bart, and I had a handicap placard. Went through DMV, had that because I had a hip replacement in 23. So you go through DMV, you have the proper papers, you can get a placard and be able to drive. So I had that, which helped because I could drive to Ranger headquarters, which is at 631 and Esplanade. So you figure 2:15 in Echo, walking to 631 in Esplanade. That's a hike. And you know how the
yeah.
weather was this year,
Yeah.
this past year,
Oh yeah.
So we had the winds from hell. We had to take down our shade at least 2 or 3 times, and
Wow.
not to mention the mud. But I was there with Rat Bastard and Rockstar 23, which was Mud Apocalypse. And we actually got to spend more time on the playa and get to know our campmates better because and broadcast a lot more, which was great And it was like, this isn't so bad. You know, you kind of turned it into what you wanted because people, oh God, this is terrible, blah, 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 Chris Rock and, whoever, Diplo, walking out. Who cares? They missed the freaking burn, so sad, and then we
Mm-hmm.
had the best time.
Yeah, yeah. So
Uh,
what is Radio Electra again? He said it was like 90
89.9 FM on your
89
play dial. And
89.9.
yeah, got to DJ. I've been DJing for a couple of years, and I would fill in, and had the Ranger Beauty show, and
Ah.
I will always come on with the tubes. She's one in a million. She's a beauty, That was my
Oh
lead in.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I love the tubes. And
So
then
so Radio
other
Electra
people,
was the 24 hours or
yeah, yeah. And at night, if we didn't have a DJ, Rockstar would put on you know, he would have a bunch of songs and stuff, and they would just play, and there would be no narration. And then we had like Mike in the morning. He would come on and do the AM show, and Rat Bastard had a show. A lot of people had shows, and we had other people come on and that weren't necessarily in our camp, but we had spots for different just jockeys. Heathen John from Arizona. Oh gosh, you know, Formica from Gate, and it's just wonderful to have different people who could come in and do their thing and support Radio Electra, even if they weren't camping with us. They might
yeah.
have been past campmates, or it's like, hey, it's a hey, I'm a DJ. You heard, hey, I'm a DJ.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Let
like
me do
yeah.
some stuff for you. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Rockstar, amazing, and he's thinking about some future plans at different things, and we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And if that comes to be, I will let you know. But
Okay.
he's got an ace in his hole, so
Oh, okay.
we'll just leave it at that. He is truly a wonderful, wonderful burner.
Like he wants to do more with the radio station or with the camp like on the playa.
You know,
Or is he running for president or something?
oh yeah, no, he's already president of our camp, but he's got some things that he would like to do to support, other projects, and it's going to be
Ah,
amazing
all
when they
right.
come to fruition. So we'll just leave it
Yeah.
at that. And we're keeping our fingers crossed that it happens, and
Yeah.
when it does, I'll let you know, and then
Sure.
maybe do
Well, I
something.
know that like BMIR is like I mean it's very competitive or it's hard to get a slot
Oh,
on there,
we
like
always say that, and then I don't know if you remember Bob Zilla. Do you
oh yeah,
remember
yeah.
Bob?
Good friend of
Yeah,
mine. Yeah,
Bob
yeah.
Zilla is over in Europe now,
Yep,
and
Netherlands.
we would, if they had something wrong with their station, Rockstar would go over it and help them and try to take
Ah.
care of whatever. If we had something wrong with Radio Electra, BMIR would come to Radio Electra and try to assist. So it's kind of a love-hate relationship.
Uh-huh.
But it's like BMIR, oh, they're nothing. You need to go to Radio Electra. It's like the people's radio. No. You have a choice. And BMIR was nice because you listen to them at the gate and they tell you all the things and what to do. And then with Radio Electra, we could say anything and do anything. And the only rules, kind
Yeah, what
of
are the rules?
rules, don't play Bohemian Rhapsody, Stairway to Heaven, or Jimmy Buffett. Now,
Are those FCC regulations?
or no, that was Rockstar. And
Okay.
then we were on the playa, and Jimmy Buffett passed while we were on playa, so we kind of laxed that and paid tribute to Jimmy Buffett. So it's kind of a friendly ha ha. You know what I mean? How many
Yeah.
times have you heard, Zeppelin? Bohemian Rhapsody.
Hmm.
So it's kind of a running joke. But
I
other
don't
than
know.
that,
You have to play what is it? Little Drummer Boy and what's that?
oh no, LBD, no.
And then what's that Wham Christmas song?
Oh,
And
yeah. Mexico. Yeah. No. I Rat Bastard and I actually won, and we had the bonus round because after Christmas, if you make it to New Year's Day, you get the bonus win. I don't know, for LBD.
Oh, I mean, so you make it through the entire season without hearing it?
Yes. Yeah,
Ah.
very rare. Very rare. I lost it one year. I was getting a massage and they were playing Christmas songs and I got killed on the massage table.
uh, it's
Yeah,
like
but
you're so tense all of a sudden. You're like,
I know. It was like,
"Arr,
oh shit. Oh.
you need to relax. Like, put on something else.
I know. What a way to go, though. What a way to
Is
go.
there like a grace period? Like, is it kind of like a 3 second rule or something? Like if you can get to the knob fast enough, like turn it
Yeah, I
on.
don't know. I don't know. It could be, but I was definitely dead.
Ah.
I'm a massage therapist. I've been a physiotherapist since '98, and I'm nationally and internationally certified. And I bring my table to Burning Man, and I only gave one massage this year. And I have a campmate who's from Missouri, and she is also a therapist. And she and I gave one of our campmates a massage at sunset. And it was a gift.
Hmm.
And that was the only massage we did. And that campmate, his name is Bart. And Bart's amazing because he's a techno king. And he said, this is the most amazing gift I've ever gotten. And yeah, Ranger Halston, that's who's the other therapist. And we pick her up in Missouri on the way out. And yeah, she is amazing.
Well,
And
that's gotta be interesting, like being a massage therapist and bring your table out to the playa. Because on the one hand, like jokingly, not jokingly, I mean, it's like I know so many people who like who've been working with Burning Man in all these years, and they do this and they do that, and then they're just like, you know what, I'm going to take some time off, and this year I'm going to Burning Man. The other rangers, we're just like, we're going to take some time off and we're going to wander around. It's like, so if you're a massage therapist, you're going to bring one. It's like, I want to, give people massages. It's like, yeah, but like to what degree? I mean, do you want to be like, well, these are, you're going to put up your shingle and be like, these are my
no,
opening
no, it's
hours.
usually doing my thing and people looking and going like, oh God, can I be next? It's like, no, sorry, fully booked, and bring it out. And what was it in 23? Did not bring it out at all because of the mud. Had to wrap it in two giant construction sized trash bags and then tape it up and put it under my trailer. And it was perfect, perfectly sealed, hermetically sealed, and it was fine. And then this last year, it's like you can leave it out in your bag or keep it in the back of Bart, it's fine. And yeah, it was funny because when I say Bart, it's either big ass red truck or Bart, my campmate.
Yeah, yeah.
Bart gets a little confused when I say Bart, so I say the truck, you know. So he's one of our DJs too, and yeah, so that was nice. And if I'm out and somebody has an issue, it's like, why don't you sit down, do the neck, do the hands,
Mhm.
and pardon the expression, I give a really good hand job or a head job, because and that's in all
Like
joking
scalp
because I'm
scalp massage,
very,
right?
very professional. I am so professional, it's ridiculous. And but I can do your hands, and I do one hand on it. That the first one's free, and then it's like, no, no, give me your other hand because I can take that gift anywhere. I take my hands with me wherever I go.
Yeah,
And if I don't
yeah.
have a patch, because I'm a patch whore, I admit it. And it's like, hey, sit down. And it's not all about swag, even though I am a swag whore. It's not about that. It's like, listen, people are going like, oh, I'm dying here. It's like, if the spirit moves me and I have time, it's like, why don't you sit down? And then the first thing I ask him is, may I touch you?
Oh,
Consent,
consent thing. Yeah, yeah,
consent.
yeah.
Even
Hmm.
when I have clients on my table, they're buck naked or dressed, they've, disrobed to your level of comfort, and they're under, the blanket and the covers, and they're on my table. The first thing I do before I even go anywhere is like, may I touch you?
Hmm.
Out of a courtesy and respect, because I carry that with me wherever I go. Because even people who come in, it's like, permission to hug? And, even if somebody, it's like they put their arms out, I say, yeah, permission to hug, or if I know them, it's like permission to hug, granted, you've got, dispensation. However, with everything that's going on in the world, you have to just CYA. You cover your ass,
Yeah, exactly.
and that way it's not like, oh, they touched me. It's like, come on now, you know.
Hmm.
However, if you got that, and then you do something like you give a neck rub or you do their hands, and it's like,
Yeah.
wow, that was amazing. It's like, thank you. You have a great day. And it's, can I
Yeah.
give you? It's like, no, because I'm swag heavy. I'm trying to de-swag, de-swagulate. And it's like, that's very, if it's something unique, I might take it. Otherwise, it's like, swag it forward.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
like, I appreciate your gift. Thank you so much. And do me a favor and swag that to somebody else and tell them, something,
Yeah.
I was gifting it to somebody and they wanted to swag it forward.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah,
So,
that's something that like the past couple of years have gone to Burning Man. Like I started, I never did before, but just like making stickers to give out to people. And like, so one of them was, it was just like a little 2 by 2 inch by 2 inch sticker. And it just says, there is no them, there's only us,
mhm.
you know?
This is one of my favorite that I just got. Says,
It's
you
like, well,
are
yes, I am.
beautiful. You are beautiful. And then
I think
other
I got
people
that one
sent
too.
me like cats, and
Yeah.
this is like a see-through, and mushrooms
Yeah.
and more mushrooms. And I'm going, you know what? Swagging it forward.
Yeah.
So,
Like I
and then, it's like, how much can you have and what can you do with it? Where can you put it?
Yeah. Well, for me, I look at it as kind of like a gift sort of thing, where it's just like this by kind of way of just like, giving something. But then like 'cause so many times people would just like I'd give them, so it says like there is no them, there's only us, and everyone's just like, wow, they pretty much everybody like really connected with that, and I'd be like, oh, you like that? Here, take five more. you know,
And
you
then
give
shadow
you
of the man.
Yeah, you give them out to other people. Sometimes I think I brought like 3,000 of them. So like I was actively I was like, take a packet of 50. you know?
Swag it forward.
And then there was another one. I don't know if you watch any like the Star Wars shows, but there's a show Andor, and one of their like the little rebel catchphrases where like to tell like if one of them was a rebel or not was they had this saying where it just says I have, you're like, oh, do you have friends there? And he says I have friends everywhere. So I made this sticker. It's this black sticker with the Burning Man logo, like with these yellow letters. It's the same color and font as in Star Wars. It just says I have friends everywhere. And I was just,
Perfect.
yeah. And so I made like 3,000 of those too. And so I gave people were just like, oh my God, this is so cool. And I was just like, here, please help me give them out. Like you can give these out to other people. It's the gift that keeps on giving. But then, like the whole like, concept of a gift is like, just no expectation of a return, right? So I would just give these things. I'm trying to unload, but then people would be like, no, 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 wait, let me give you something. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, no, no. But then, like you're saying, it's just like, oh, it'd be a picture of their cat or something. I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's great. Like, I mean, it's a
Yeah, I hear
gift.
you.
You got to accept it graciously, but,
Hmm.
or it has a
And
picture of their
yeah,
camp
a
or
Radio
something.
Electra Ranger Tough Love, Julie Johnson. Uh, she would have like she made this stand. It was kind of like a little bit smaller than a card table, and she had two boxes that were sealed. They were clear, and it was a swag exchange. It's like take
Ah,
some swag, leave some swag, or if you have it, it's up to you. If you have something, great. You want to put it in there, great. If you want to take something, you don't have nothing, great. And that was a great kind of piece for interaction for our
yeah,
camp because we could just sit back. We could sit back and watch the participants, going like, "Oh, what's this?" Or see. She goes out there and
yeah,
opens it up. It's like a Christmas present every day because it's all different. And
yeah.
that
I
was
like,
a really nice thing.
yeah, I like that they're doing it like with like a clear like box that you have to open. Because I was thinking it's like if you just had a card table, it's like, oh, we just have piles. It was like first win.
Yeah, poof, exactly. Because that way you can, it's like you take the lid off and kind of look, and it's like, meh, or put it back, take what you need. It's very nice, and she takes that to other burns.
Huh.
Saguaro Man, which is in
Oh.
Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And I just talked to, or I got a text from her, and sadly, she won't be there going to Burning Man this year because she's taking 2 months off and going to Tibet, Bhutan, and she's going to hike and travel to the base camp of Mount Everest, and then
Wow.
she's going to India. And I'm going, yeah,
All
I
right.
might take 2 months off to do that.
We'll allow
So
this.
it's not all about, you can't burn them all. I go back to that. There's more to do. And Rat Bastard and I, we're going on 28 years of marriage. You know,
Wow,
we'll be
congratulations.
28 in August 16th, this coming August. And you can't burn them all. So he didn't go last year. It's the first year I went alone since what, 2002,
Wow.
2001. So and he took a year off. He had a great time.
Yeah. Well, I think if you just, I remember like years ago, like looking at like the numbers of like the people who've gone to Burning Man. Like you start at like 1990, there's like 80 people, and then 91 is like 150 people, and then it would like double and doubled and doubled and double, and then like by like 2000 it started slowing down, and then by like maybe 2010, 2011 kind of sort of leveled off, and like now it's roughly around 70,000 or something. But I think if you add in like all of the regional events and everything, somewhere close to 1 million people have been to either Black Rock City or like or one of the regionals like at least once. And you could only fit 70,000 people on the playa, right? So not everybody can go every year, right? So this whole idea of people, I know some people, some friends of mine, like, oh, I've been going for like 30 years straight. I'm like, wow, but like clearly not everybody can do
Right.
that.
It's
Like,
it's just
it's
a
good to take
number.
time off. Like,
It's just a number, and it's not like, oh, I've been to Burning Man 25 times. It's like, oh, it's like, so, you survived. It's, I wouldn't call it bragging rights. Uh,
yeah. Well,
and
it's
that
good to
other
let
people,
other people have a chance to,
yeah,
do something.
that's like, wow. It's like, fine. It's like, let's talk about you. I don't want to talk about me.
Hmm.
I want to talk about people that I meet and how it goes, and if I can help them when I'm rangering. And I also volunteer with ESD, Emergency Services Department. I've been doing
Oh,
that going on 14 years.
what do you do with ESD?
I do well, different things. And we're all out there on the playa. And even though I'm a nationally certified EMTB, and
Hmm.
when we do that, we're first aid. And I've done QRV, which is quick response vehicle, and that way, if we need to get to someone, we can assess the issue, and if it's something that's we can handle, we can transport them to Rampart.
Hmm.
Yay! Turn them over, rinse and repeat. Go out and do whatever. And if it's something more important, we can call for help, and they will send an ambulance and Delta unit.
Hmm.
And I'm not talking from ESD. I'm not an ESD person, who's hierarchy. So I'm just my experience, my personal
Hmm.
experience. And then I've been a Thunderdome medic, which totally rocks. Oh my
Thunderdome
god,
medic, really?
yeah. That's like the highlight of my burn, being a Thunderdome medic. I love Death Guild Thunderdome and Diva Marisa. So
Yeah.
I enjoy
No,
that.
she was I'm trying to remember where like she was one of my September episodes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but it was funny, like at the interview, like I just realized it's like I didn't realize like how many like injuries. Yeah. I was like,
Yep.
it's like, yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of makes sense. Like,
Outside, they have like how many days since somebody's injured, and it's usually zero. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Or just the thing what she was telling me about, which is like when you're on the inside, like all of these stuff is like falling on you, and I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, all of like the people who are like not only like the ply, the dirt and stuff, but she was like, yeah, somebody cut open their shin and like blood was like falling down.
Well, I was in Thunderdome in 2017 with my partner when on the inside, and we were back towards the edge of Thunderdome,
Uh-huh.
itself. And out of the blue came a female hippie who fell on me and my partner.
Oh, from how high? Ooh,
I,
ouch.
I don't know, because we were both knocked out.
Oh,
So
wow.
when we came to, it's ESD took care of us. So we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, things fall from above. And you just have to be aware of your situation. And now when I do Thunderdome, I have a silver helmet with a Kaiser spike on it. And if you're going to fall on me, I'm Beauty the Impaler. So it's like, I'm going to get you. I was thinking about putting, I'll just say it, thinking about putting a dildo on it.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, but that way I'd be a target and people would be aiming to fall on me. And it's like, no, we'll use a Kaiser spike. And it's silver. And so if you see me in there in a yellow shirt with a Kaiser spike, just go, hey, Beauty, and yeah. So I've done QRV, Thunderdome Medic, and then this is another one of my favorites, RIT, Rapid Intervention Team.
What's
Rapid
that?
Intervention Team is on burn night, and we're inside the burn perimeter. I'm talking inside. We're behind the fire spinners and in front of the Sandmen, who are rangers who are specially trained in case anybody gets through there. They'll do what their little, Sandman foo and do what it needs to take care of the people who are, trying to moth to the flame.
Mhm.
And being a RIT member, the Rapid Intervention Team, you have the best seat in the house.
Isn't it hot in there?
Well, yeah, it can get hot. Yeah, we're cotton. We're not stupid. No polyester, no melty
You wear like
things.
firemen's jackets or
That's no, different things, but we
yeah.
are delineated by some things that they know that we are ESD yellow shirts or with ESD, because that way the Sandman will. And I try to introduce myself to the Sandmen who were in our vicinity, because that way if they see us and we're going to somebody, they know it's like, oh, they're going to take care of somebody, it's all good, instead of going, we might have to watch them. But it's wonderful, and we're always in contact with our ESD supervisors, and in case anything happens, we take care of the situation and get whoever needs whatever to whatever they need safety wise, and then we come back and take our posts, and we're there. And then when the man falls, we're still there, because
Yeah.
things happen after the man falls.
That was gonna be my question because it's like how long do you keep the perimeter up for? I
And
mean,
that's entirely up to other powers that be,
uh-huh.
and they let us know usually before the show starts. It's like, hey, you got 5 minutes. Hey, you got 2 minutes. Okay, the show's going to start, and then boom, here we go. And then after, it's after the man has fallen and things are still burning, and they hold the
Yeah.
perimeter for a while because,
It's a large fire.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't, yeah, I just listen. I'm Beauty. Hey, I'm here to help. I'm not in charge of anything. And when they tell me it's down, it's down. And then we go to our rendezvous point. And that
Ah.
way we make sure everybody's safe and accounted for. And, then it's like, if there's anything to discuss afterwards, we discuss that afterwards. But it's usually like, hey, let's go back to the station. We're going to have grilled cheese sandwiches and whatever comes with it. Last year it was grilled cheese sandwiches and lamb. Like,
Ooh.
oh yeah, it's like rack of
Wow.
lamb. Oh my God, it's onion
Wow.
sauce. Oh, so good. So they take care of us, it's all good.
Yeah.
So,
You can come
and
for the
then,
grilled cheese and stay for the lamb. Yeah.
oh, after the burn, yeah. Oh,
Yeah. But no, that's interesting with the man because I remember years ago, like in 2000, I mean, like when it was much smaller and then the man falls and like the crowd all like rushes in. It's like, okay, I guess you don't really need to maintain a perimeter but it's still like a very large fire, and I imagine there still could be people like wanting to like run into the fire at that point. I mean, do they completely abandon the perimeter, or they just
I,
a couple of people standing around to be like, I'm gonna
I'm
keep an
Beauty.
eye on
I'm here
this?
to help. I'm not in charge. I do things.
Yeah.
So it's up to other people to make those decisions
Hmm.
for the other people who are volunteering, which I
Hmm.
respect. And the participants, they're in charge of their own burn. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
can't tell somebody how to burn. It's like, don't tell me how to burn, and everybody read the back of your ticket, read the back of your ticket. And, if they choose to do whatever, they choose to do whatever. And if something happens, we're there to help when we're on duty, and we do whatever we need to do to help.
Hmm.
And then, otherwise, enjoy your burn and have a great one.
Yeah. And I
So,
imagine this is like the whole burn perimeter thing. That's something that kind of evolved along, right? Like, because I'm not sure what year that was. Was it somebody who like ran into the fire? I mean, I'm sure that wasn't the first time someone's attempted to do that, but I don't know if that was the first time someone's like successful. I mean, and I'm sure after that was beefed up, right?
and
Or
when the man burned early in 2007 for Green Man,
mm-hmm,
were you
mm-hmm.
there?
I think I'm trying to remember. That might have been one of the years I took off. But like, I have two very good friends of mine were uh how do you say this politely?
Say it.
Lying on the ground, like within like a couple of 100 feet of the man, in an amorous embrace. Let's put it that way. But yeah, just a couple of 100 feet from the man, and they were just like, Why is there like light shining on the ground?" They looked up, and they're just like, "Oh my god,
The man's on
the
fire.
man's on fire!"
Yeah, I was actually on duty that night, and
Oh,
it was very interesting. And we dealt with it. And then they rebuilt the man,
mm-hmm.
and it was Man Part Two, and we burned the man, and it was incredible how everybody came together to. Yeah, it was the two, I call it the two for burn, because we had
Mm.
Wednesday night, we had Saturday night.
Yeah.
If you include that, how many birds do I have? No, never mind.
Well, that's the asterisk, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's changes every year. You might have some camps that are the same, the big theme camps, and and then the people within the camps change because you can't
Oh,
go every,
yeah.
and you got to take your son to college, or somebody's
Yeah.
getting married, or somebody's going back to whatever, and they're or going overseas and trek at Nepal, and
Yeah. What about like
so.
Electra, Radio Electra? I mean, because how big is it, a
Oh,
camp
our,
or more like
our
a
camp this
village?
past year, sorry, we're about 20 people ish,
Oh, that's a good size.
give or take,
Yeah.
And some people came early and left early, and some people came late and stayed through Tuesday, and we leave
Hmm.
Tuesday morning. That's usually when we leave. Or when it was apocalypse, we left on Wednesday because they didn't burn the man until Sunday,
Hmm.
and then they burned the temple on Monday in 2023 because of the rain and everything,
Hmm.
the conditions. So it changes every year, which is nice because it's not okay. This is what we're gonna do. It's the same,
Yeah. Well, you don't
SSB,
have the same 20 people, but I mean, like, how many, like, the
Oh,
same, would it be like the same 5 or 10 core people or?
yeah, we have core people, and and then sometimes they don't come because they're going to go on a cruise, or they're going to go
Hmm.
to Australia, or it's like, damn, that's good. And Rat and I are talking about different things, because we didn't do anything really outrageous for our 25th anniversary.
Hmm.
And it's like, okay, 2028's coming up. Yeah. And then we got 30 coming up. It's like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so we're thinking about other things, and if we could fit Burning Man in, yay. And if we can't, then we're gonna have some fun, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's it. Oh, let's see, regional wise, I want to go to Sorrel Man this year, so that's on my list. And I
Hmm.
talked to Rat Lady, who's in charge of mobility camp. She is the ranger lead there. She does an amazing job, and
Yeah.
it's the first official ranger training. You have to take a ranger training. You have to go through the online training first, and then they let you sign up for the different trainings. So I like to do Sorrel Man because they have that on a Tuesday for the Rangers. And then on Saturday, they have the Green Dot training.
What's a green
And
dot
I've been,
training?
I've been at Green Dot. That's Rangers who kind of specialize in helping people when they're having a hard time, and can get them to maybe different places or stay, kind of there, and help them with different situations they might be feeling or happening with campmates. We'll leave it at that.
Hmm.
And yeah, I've been a Green Dot forever. And
Do you
so,
do ranger trainings? Are you involved with the training or
oh God,
mentoring?
yeah. And if you can't make a ranger training like at a regional, Rat Bastard and I have been hosting at our humble Ranger Castle Chaos here in South Central Pennsylvania, New Park. I call it the South Park of Pennsylvania, New Park, Pennsylvania. We're only like 2 or 3 miles from the Pennsylvania Mason-Dixon line.
Oh.
So, very close to Maryland and in Pennsylvania. So we've hosted that for like 3 years. And we have people who come for the day. And they, the veteran rangers who've been, over a certain amount of years, they come in the afternoon. However, the new rangers or people who want to be rangers, they come in the morning and they do the whole day thing. And we've had Green Dot training too, and that's usually 2 hours. And so it varies. And some years we have Green Dot training here, and sometimes we don't. And it's okay. But it's the world, man. They've got it all, which is
Yeah.
nice. So I can go there and do everything. And then if we come back here to Pennsylvania and have at our house, I'm already trained. So I can be the hostess with the mostest. And if people want to stay, they stay. We have usually a great lunch. Oh God, Rat Bastard is the barbecue king. And he usually uses a Traeger grill, and
Ah, yeah.
does all kinds of delicious things. And then, we have some people who leave and some people who stay and some people who stay overnight.
Oh.
Great.
So
You're
I got
trained. Have a nice day.
yeah. So I got two questions for you. So if you're like an ongoing ranger and you want to maintain like your status, and because I guess every year you have to maintain a certain do you have to do a training like every year, or is it like, or how does this work?
From what I have been through, and I am not official.
Hmm.
I am not official. So some things that I say might be not correct.
Hmm.
And I'm saying that right now. But every year we have to go through training. Every ranger has to go through training, which is good, because it's kind of like renewing your CPR every year or
Yeah.
every 2 years. It's good to know what's going on. If anything has changed, different things that might come into light. And it's like, okay, great. Bring me up to speed. Yay. And now we're up to speed and we know what's going on. We're aware. So when we hit the playa, we're ready to go. And, you know, and they try to accommodate everybody. And they even have trainings on playa for those who can't make it to regionals or wherever, New York or, and
Yeah.
they're very accommodating. And even Green Dot training, very accommodating. I can't say enough about their training academy. And they try to help everybody, become their own personal ranger.
Hmm.
So, and
So part of the training is like maybe online or virtual, and the other part is would be like in person. Because I imagine there's some things you just you can't do without being in person, right?
I have I have done the online training,
Mm-hmm.
so I know about that. And the virtual part, I can't comment on that because I've never done that.
Mm-hmm.
But the online training, and then you have to go for your in-person ranger training. It's just not, oh, I'm going to do this and I can't do that. No, 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 no. So, and again, I'm just speaking from me, not
Mm-hmm.
for the Rangers. So,
Yeah, of
and
course. And
and
the next question I had was, if someone's listening to this and they're just like, I want to be a ranger, it's like, how do I do that?
Ranger Curious. Okay, if you're Ranger Curious, um, uh, what is it? BlackRockRangers.org or go to BurningMan.org.
Mm-hmm.
BurningMan.org, right? That's the best place to go. You go to BurningMan.org. And then in their little searchy bar, you can type in Rangers. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will probably take you to the Ranger, you know, whatever they have. And it'll say, oh, if you want to do this, you have to do that or contact that.
Mm-hmm.
When I've had people who are Ranger curious, that's what I tell them to do because it's like, oh, how do you? It's like, no, you have to be radical self-reliant, right? Radical
Mm-hmm.
self. You got to be responsible and take the initiative to contact whoever. I'm not going to do it for you. Not going to happen. And you're not an FOB. You're not a friend of beauties. You're whoever you are. I absolutely zero pull, and you start going through the steps. And if you want to go through the steps, yay. And if you choose to do that, you follow the steps and you take the training, and then you do the alpha training on Playa. The training academy will decide if you're a ranger, or you might want to work gate or DPW or be a temple guardian. So, there's other things to do
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. Check into that and, follow your instincts. And if they lead that way, yay.
So the Rangers never had to go and recruit, or they wouldn't press gang, go into some theme camp and like, all right, we need 4 volunteers. We're taking you, and you. Come on.
The nice thing though, I've been in situations where I've had to ranger whatever, and I've needed assistance before other rangers could get there. And I have asked other camp people, I say, listen, I need you to do XYZ, or I need you to form a circle behind me with your backs towards me and facing the front, so I can have a little whatever here in a safe space. More than accommodating.
Oh, yeah.
Because they feel like they're helping, and it's like they are until, we have other rangers or other departments come and take care of the situation. And it's like, thank you so much for helping. And they go like, oh, that was kind of cool. And it might spark, well, I might want to do this. How do I do this? It's like, well, go to ranger headquarters and talk to somebody, and if you come back next year and you do hey. So, I've had the pleasure of having other people help me who aren't rangers. And it's just amazing how people step up. I love it.
Have you ever seen people a year or two later, they kind of come up to you as a ranger and they're just like, Ranger Beauty, oh my God, it's like, I'm here because of you.
Yeah. One of the most satisfying ones, and I still keep in touch with them, was a mother and her son. And I was going to Ranger headquarters with Ranger Halston, and they were outside of BMIR.
Okay.
And they were doing something, and I just walked up to, because they looked like they were great, and that was our first time. And I'm going like, you're kidding me. And she's got the kid, and I'm going like, this is great. And I had a necklace, and it had, how you have those storybooks that they kind of, and they have the different pictures. This was a package which had different pictures from about 2000 or 98, and it's like, I went up, I said, may I gift your son something? And she said, sure. And I put that around his neck, and it was like, oh my goodness. And we've become friends. His birthday is on Christmas Day. He just turned 5. And I last year I sent him a Christmas birthday present, because my birthday is December 31st. I know how Chris birth works. They roll it all into one.
That's funny. My wife's birthday is December 31st. It's always a party. Yeah. Never a surprise.
Tax deduction. Yeah.
And, that's what Dad called her, tax baby.
Yeah, tax baby. And last year, actually met them at the Costco in Salt Lake City, and we had a little reunion.
Oh, wow.
It was great because they didn't go to the burn last year.
Really?
It's okay, but we're still friends. And then I got an envelope from the Rangers, this 25, and it was from something that happened in 2016. I was at an event, and someone had a medical emergency, and I assisted with that. And they wrote in and they said, thank you so much. I don't think things would have turned out the way they should have unless you were there. And I'm going like, and I said, when was this from? I said, 2016, and it was at da-da-da-da-da. And I'm going, Oh God, I remember that.
Like
And they
nine
sent me
years before.
they sent me a freaking gold star.
What?
The Rangers, and they were going, "Thank you so much for doing this." And I'm going like, "That was years ago." And somebody commented on that. I'm going like, and they have it. If you want to comment on a Ranger, if you had a good experience or bad experience with a Ranger, say it. It's kind of like a customer compliment.
Huh.
When you work at a store, if somebody did something good, you can go, "Hey, Andy was the best. He helped me putting up shade, or he helped me with this.
So
My
is this
yeah,
like a
my bike
ranger
broke down."
program or something where, or where it's like they give out stars, or is it just kind of like a
I
haphazard thing?
don't know. This is my first one.
I would just imagine kind of like like the military, like on they have like the little stripes or like the badges. It's like you get like the
Oh,
special
I was
accommodation.
I was tickled pink, and I don't know what to do with the star because it's the size of a quarter, maybe the size of a half dollar. I'm going like, how rare can I put that on my costume or hat? And I'm going, well, if it was a pen, I've got pins all over my hat. My God, my hat must weigh 5 pounds. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
but I'm going like, wow, somebody took the initiative to put that in there, and the Rangers took the initiative to say thank you. And
Wow.
it was
That's
like,
really cool.
yeah. And
Yeah.
like I said, anybody can, thank a Ranger. And we have some of the Rangers have different types of swag, and they can like, "Hey, listen, I really appreciate your art card. This is for you."
Huh.
And if they want to do that, that's up to them. Or I've got something. It's a play, and it is totally unofficial. Again, totally unofficial, and it's like a little uh square thing tilted, and it says Ranger tested, Ranger approved,
Ah.
and it's on yellow background with the man. Blah blah blah. It means absolutely nothing.
But what does
However,
it mean? What do you
however,
think?
it's something I created as a gift,
I
and it
like
means
that.
nothing from the Rangers. It's just a playful thing. It's playful, nothing
Mhm.
official. I'm beauty. I'm not in charge. I do things, but they're going like, "Oh my God." And it's like,
I gotta get one of
"Hey,
those.
oh, give me your address, baby. It's coming your way."
Well,
And yeah, yeah. And it's like, it's just a fun, jokey thing to do. But,
yeah.
it's like, it seems like it's the, so, it's a
Well, here I have
play.
a suggestion for you because remember you're saying like you don't have enough space. You have all your patches and pins. Have you ever thought of like the sash? You know,
Did that. Been there, burned that. Like the Girl Scout
like the
sash.
Girl
Yes,
Scouts,
yes.
yeah. And they could have like all the different little things going up and down. Like best ranger ever. Like
Yeah, I should send you a picture of my ESD jacket. On the back, it has rockers. You know how they have the bikers with the rockers on their. It says Black Rock, and then it says Black Rock, and then it says Black Rock City, Nevada. Burning Man, Black Rock City, Nevada.
uh,
Burning Man, Black Rock City, Nevada. And I don't know if you know someone by the name of Lofax. Oh my God.
God, it
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
familiar.
We'll just he's the king of kings when it comes to different things. So he's in France now. So shout out to Lofax and all the
Okay.
wonderful things he does.
I think
So
someone
and
recommended him as a guest for my show at some point. I was like, I
oh,
got, yeah.
amazing,
Mm.
amazing person. Oh my God, he is the epitome of gifting. I'll just
Huh.
leave it at that.
All right.
The epitome and artist supreme. So kudos, bow down. Lower my head to Lofax. Hail Lofax.
All
And
right.
but it's fun. It's fun to do different things. Or
Well, when you stop having fun, that's when you kind of ask the question of just like, should I take a year off?
why? Oh, that's what Rat did. He had a great year
Uh,
in
but sometimes you have
24.
to do something
Yeah,
different. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And it was like, we're gonna take a year off. And it's like, may I go? Rat, may I? And it's like, yeah, go ahead. And I'm going like, okay, I'm in Pennsylvania. I've got a 20'6" toy hauler with
So you drive out?
yep, yep. I picked up Ranger Oakleaf in Ohio, and we shared the driving. and we went and picked up Ranger Halston in Missouri, Columbia, Missouri. And then Oakleaf and I drove, and yeah, we switched driving, and we, that's how we got to Black Rock City. And on the way back, did the same, rinse and repeat.
Wow. Do you guys just like drive straight, or you're like, I drive only
Oh,
4 hours a day, and then we
no, no, no,
relax?
no. I don't like driving at night that much. I can drive
Yeah.
at night, no big deal. But with a 20-foot-6 trailer and my big ass red truck, Bart, and people are crazy, you know what I mean? So with two people, we could trade off every 4 hours or a couple hours, and it worked out. And then, we find a hotel or a place to camp. We
Hmm.
found places to camp, and we ran into a couple of different rangers last year, and they showed us this wonderful campground, and it was just amazing. Passed by it many times, never even realized it was there.
Huh.
And now it's, oh, I know where we're staying next time.
Well, how
And
long does it take you to get from Pennsylvania to Black Rock?
if you would drive straight through and you had to put it on Google, in Google Maps or something,
Wow. Yeah.
it would be over 40 hours.
Yeah. That's
So we
crazy.
spread it out over like 4 or 5 days,
Oh.
because my drive to Ohio was like day one, all alone, which is
Hmm.
fine because I broke it up. So you rest stop, get out, you rest the legs, pit stop. And then, hey, when I had Oakleaf with me, it's like, okay, well, I can drive all the way to Missouri. Honey, I know you could drive all the way to Missouri, but we don't need to. So, and then when we picked up Ranger Halston, it's like, okay, just drive, do whatever you want, and wherever we land, it's all good.
So is
And
the
that's a nice thing.
enthusiasm tank on full whenever you pick up a new person?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I had just met Ranger Oakleaf the year before, and and then Halston I've known forever. She's been with Radio Electra for forever too, and yeah, it's just nice to catch up. I kind of think of it as a reunion, a family reunion,
Hmm.
especially when I get to my own camp and people start coming in because I only see these people maybe once a year. And then, like you said, people
Yeah.
come out to
Well,
me.
let's get back to that. Well, just real quick, because that kind of it goes get to the third question I want to ask you. But the second one, like your background. So, like, where did you grow up? Were you always in Pennsylvania?
Oh no, I was born in DC. So I
Oh,
was born in the District of Columbia, grew up in Northern Virginia, uh, met Rat Bastard. I took out a personal ad in the Washington Post when they could be, published in a newspaper. It ran for one day. He was one of the many who answered, and he rose to the cream of the crop. And then he's going, "Oh, I'm moving to California." And I'm going like, "What the?" And he says, "Well, you can move with me. And if you don't like it, you can go back." And it was like, okay, I'm going to leave my family. I'm going to leave my job, which has all my medical, dental, blah, blah, blah. I've been there over 22 years working for this company. And it's like, I'm going. I'm
wow.
going to California. Went to California, and the rest is history.
That's quite the
And
leap. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's a leap of faith. And like
Yeah.
I said, we're married going on 28 years. And yeah,
So, how
yeah.
long did you guys live in San Diego for? Because now you're way
Oh
back in
gosh,
Pennsylvania.
we were there 98 through 2014 and got associated with the San Diego Burners, which is great. Went to
Hmm.
Utopia,
Mm.
went to what else? The LA Regional up in LA, did that. What else did we do out there? Well, it was close enough. Went to Saguaro Man because which
Hmm.
was used to be Toast, and
Oh
so
yeah,
went
yeah.
to that in Arizona, and yeah, it was great because and it was only
So,
like
why
go ahead.
Pennsylvania?
Mhm. Oh, Rat was working with a company, and he was counter commuting from San Diego to the East Coast and flying and doing whatever, whatever, whatever. And it was like, we've been there for 14 years. Things are getting expensive. We lived in Serra Mesa, which is just above Mission Valley, if you know anything about San Diego.
Mhm.
And it was like things were getting expensive. And it's like, okay, I can still do my job in Pennsylvania and lower cost of living, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, okay, let's move to Pennsylvania because, it's more East Coast. I had my brother lives in Culpeper, Virginia. And
Ah, okay.
yeah, so closer to the family that I have. And yeah, we did that. And then we came to Pennsylvania. We've been to Playa del Fuego. uh, and then Portal Burn in New York,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I've heard lots of good things about that. Yeah.
And then an event that they have at Deerfields, which used to be the Transformers site, called Welcome Home. And that's held over
Hmm.
July 4th. Highly recommended.
Wow.
And yeah, and then we're getting ready to go to Love Burn in Florida, in Miami. We
When's that
used
again?
to
That February?
love Love Burn. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the first weekish in February. If just look up Love Burn, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
near Valentine's Day or something, right?
they moved it up a week,
Yeah.
and the thing with them is it was Burning Man affiliated, but now it's Love Burn. So whatever they wanted to do, I just go and volunteer. I
Hmm.
volunteer. I love it. I can volunteer as uh, like we're not green dots, we're emeralds. You know, that's fine. And if we're a ranger, we're not a Black Rock Ranger. We're a Love Burn Ranger.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm ESD, I work for medical.
Hmm.
So it's basically the same thing without the titles. I don't care. I'm there to have a good time.
Yeah,
I'm there to have a
exactly.
good time, you know, and enjoy my burn. And you know, it's just nice. I can't complain. And
So
yeah,
yeah.
you
So
should,
well, so
if you ever
getting
come out here, you know, let me know.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's definitely on my bucket list. Like I'm actually gonna be going to like me and my brother and a couple of friends, we're gonna go to Unscrews, the Santa Cruz.
Uh-huh.
Like and so that's end of April, beginning of May. And so the Shadow Shorts thing that I
Yes.
met you at, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna be doing that at Unscrews. So I want to collect some there too.
Wonderful. Yeah,
Yes.
Rat and I are looking forward to different things like Lakes of Fire in Michigan.
Oh
And
yeah,
we're not going
yeah.
to go this year, but that's on our, you know, want to do things. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. Oh, I've been to golly, whatever. I've been to Seattle for their sea compression, uh
Ignition or
sea compression
oh, okay.
in Seattle. Yeah. And then Flipside in
Oh
Texas.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
Austin.
so you know, I'm not saying I've gotten around, but I love going to different regionals because regionals are more, I'm not going to say intimate, but it's a better
Well,
way,
it's kind
a
of
better
like
way
a
to know people.
yeah, it's kind of like a flashback to like, years in the past. Like when Burning Man was like 1,000 people or something. It's just kind of smaller scale, like more personal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have more time to talk to people. It's not like I'm at Burning Man. Meeting man. I've got a meeting at this time. No,
Working
I've got to
man.
do. No, I got a shift.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got to go. You know, or I'm on a mission. You know, I use that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's talking to me, and it's like, oh my, I'm on a mission. I got to go for a
Yeah.
new long
Well,
time.
if you ever
You
go to
know,
a regional, it's called Working Man. You show up and there's a whole bunch of cubicles.
exactly. And you know, it's nice to just kind of drop back and do some other things, or you know, take a few shifts. Take a few shifts. It's not
Mhm.
like I have to be one of those people who volunteer over 100 hours, which they do, and God love them. They could do that. That's what they want to do. Yay,
Yeah.
it's their burn. It's their
So
burn.
getting to our last question, we were talking about the kind of family reunion thing, but yeah, with the impact and influence of Burning Man on your life, like
Oh God, I've met so many different people and different aspects. You know, however, at the burns, I don't care what you do in the mundane world. We're there for an experience. And if we can share the experience, and I'm not preaching the 10 principles, you know, I like that. You know, I'm such a mooper, it's ridiculous. I go on walks and stuff. I take a freaking trash bag with me, you know, pick up stuff on my own street. And Rat's going, you can't get it all. I know you can't move it all, but you do what you can, you know, and other things, you know, random acts of kindness. You know, there was somebody in line the other day at some place and they were short on some cash. And I said, it's on me, you know, and they're going like, huh? It
yeah,
wasn't
people look at you
big.
weird.
Yeah. And it's like, huh? It's like, I said, pay it forward, pay it forward. You know, you do kind things and, you know,
Yeah.
you don't litter, you don't move. Uh, you know, it's and like I said, and I've taken, you know, and really apply some of those principles that have gone into my soul and do that. And then when I can do it, great. And if I can't, Also, how it's affected my life. Well, uh, you know, if it wasn't for Rat Bastard, I wouldn't do this because he let me go the first time alone. So I
Did
had
you
to.
go completely alone, or you had some other
Yeah, well, I
friends?
had
Or
the Los Monkeys Czar that I met like once in California, and it's like I'm camping with all these strangers. What the what? And that year was so wicked. Oh my God. I was in a tent. I was freaking freezing. My God. So, good thing about that. But, you adapt, you overcome, you adapt, and you apply yourself. And it's just great how I've become a person. You were saying, like, people come up and go, "Oh, Ranger Beauty, you helped me with blah, blah, blah," or you did this with medical and you da da da. And it's like, thank you. And I'm going, who was that? And I go like, I couldn't tell you their name, because I remember names. It's like,
I'm the same exact way. You get to a certain point where you just like it's just like just take the win. Like
yeah,
it's just people. Some they say thank you, and you're just like
big
you're
W,
welcome. And then like
big
my wife
W.
would be
It's
like,
like,
"Who is that?" And I'll be like, "I have no idea."
and if and they're going like, or I'm walking around and I'm, doing whatever, and oh, Ranger Butte, and I'm going like, oh my God, here comes another one,
You know what? I'm thinking something a swag for you to give away.
Hmm.
Like the FOB thing. It's like you need like a little gold kind of like a pin or something like but just for the special people, right? Just like, oh really? It's like, oh, this is for you. It's like, oh
I've
my
got,
God, I
I've
got
got,
an FOB.
I've got something this year that's different because I'm a breast cancer survivor going
Oh,
4 years on 5. I just had my mammogram and everything came out clear. Hallelujah. Everybody, I don't care if you're a man, a woman, whatever, go get, screening. If you feel
yeah.
something, do something.
Yeah.
And I have the pink ribbons. I have the pink ribbons
Ah.
and they're a pin. And I only have a limited amount. So if you come up to me at the burn and you say, "Hey, Ranger Beauty, I hear you're a breast cancer survivor," you're going to be gifted a pink ribbon pin.
Wow. You hear
So
that, everybody?
yeah, that's your mission. You got to find me
Find
and
Ranger Beauty amongst the 70,000 people on the planet.
find, yeah, yeah, FRB, find Ranger Beauty.
That could be a whole game on the planet.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's like they've got the bingo cards. Have you seen the bingo cards they make up?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Those
like
passports and things.
it's like different things. It's like, oh God, it's like find Ranger Beauty. There you go. I didn't have that on my bingo card, But yeah, you find me until I run out. There you go. I will swag you, and I'm not going to be carrying X amount with me. If I have X amount, and if it's with me, you will get swag.
Hmm.
So yeah, and it's it's great. And coming upon you with Shadow of the Man with my girlfriends when we were Ranger Incognito, just having a fun girls' day, just
Yeah.
play a dippity.
Oh, yeah,
It,
definitely.
it just spontaneous play. You never know when something happens. It's playa dippity.
Exactly.
And I have coined that, and you will get something in the future to remember me by.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. So, yeah. So, what's keeping you coming back? I mean, do you see yourself going back to Burning Man,
Yes.
other regional events, like, and just
Yeah. Well,
tirelessly?
I'm going to planning on going to Portal Burn. I love Portal Burn.
That's what upstate New York,
So,
right?
and that's in New York.
Yeah, yeah.
That's in Almond, Almond, like the nut. Almond, New York, which is about an hour west of Corning, where they have the Corning Glass Museum.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and it's about maybe an hour and a half south of Rochester. So it's wonderful. Oh, if you could,
I think when I was
the
a
tickets,
kid, we used to go camping up there. Yeah.
yeah, the tickets are hard to come by, but let me tell you, it is worth it. I can't say enough about Portal Burn and the people who are there and their rangers and everybody who's there. They're freaking amazing. So yeah, love you long time, Portal Burn. Can't wait to get back. And
What do you think about the whole idea of it's like you don't have to go to Black Rock City to be a
oh no,
burner.
oh no, no, no. Yeah, because I know people who will never, ever make it to Black Rock.
Hmm.
I get it. You know, it's either whatever the reason is. And it's like, it's so amazing that they can find a regional because the regionals are the mini burns. The mini burns, and you meet so many people from around your area, or, you know, and even here in South Central Pennsylvania, up in Harrisburg, which is maybe an hour from, or an hour from Baltimore. And, you know, they have gatherings, they have fire spinning, they have socials. And if you want to go, yay. And, you know, we had somebody come up here from Arlington, Virginia, Ranger Poison Fox, and his son Gibson. And we had taken bicycles out there for him and another member, not his son. And he wanted to get his bikes back. Imagine that. So he came, and we do something that's called RTS, Rangers Talking Shit. You know, so we had like a little mini Rangers Talking Shit, which is like when Rangers get together and just shoot the shit, you know, which is fun. Doesn't mean anything. We're just having a good time.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you want to be active, you're active. You want to be on the board of directors? Yay. If you want to be a theme camp and apply, if you want to do art, apply for a grant, whatever. Yay. It's up to you. It's your experience. It's your burn. It's your life. Enjoy it. If you're not having fun, you don't want to be here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not for you. You know, we're walking by certain things at Burning Man or at different regionals, and we're looking like, oh, that's really interesting. Or we're going like, what? Huh? And it's like, nothing to see here, move along. And we move along because it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody has a flavor of tea. And if they want to do that, yay. Otherwise, they might be drinking coffee.
Some people like that weird mushroom coffee, you know, it's like, yeah, whatever, you know, like.
I haven't tried that, but, you know, hey,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's,
Right.
I volunteer in the real world with some departments that, you know, and you know, I have to watch my own personal well-being. And, you know, if I come back, it's like, yeah, I'm 100%. I don't have to worry about anything or doing this. And it's like, oh, you went to Burning Man, you need to. No, just bring it.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Exactly.
I'm fine. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're bringing it because, you know, that's my choice. And people choose to do certain things.
Speaking of,
not to do certain things.
Exactly.
You know, so it's personal choice.
Exactly. So. Well, speaking of having a good time, I've had a really good time with you today. And
this time flew.
Time flies.
You were right. I'm going like, what are we going to talk about?
Well, this is not Joe Rogan. We're not like going on hour 3, you know. Like, I mean, talking about some Burning Man conspiracy theories. Larry's not dead. He's really under a volcano in a secret city in Peru. Like,
I haven't considered that, but it could be true.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful
Always my pleasure. Andy, you're amazing. And like I said, shoot me your address and you will get a little thank you.
All right.
Nothing in return expected except just being a friend. And
sure.
You are an FOB.
All right. Awesome. Thanks. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this show, please subscribe, rate, and review it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. The more reviews the show has, the more likely it will even appear in search results. Also, please tell a friend and share this show with anyone that you think might like it. Word of mouth reaches quite far, especially in the Burning Man community. If you would like to contact us, please send an email to shadowofthemanpodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow Shadow of the Man on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, X, and YouTube. The links for all of these are available at shadowoftheman.com. Feel free to use any of these social media accounts to provide any feedback you might have. Your thoughts on the show are greatly appreciated. Thank you, and see you soon for a new episode of The Shadow of the Man.
Thank you for listening to this latest show. We have to make another one, so gotta go. Don't worry, for next month we already have one. in the can. Very soon you'll be listening to a new Shadow of the Man.